YouTube was good, man. It's a G thing. I'm about to come through and just lay some down for y'all. Some pertaining to driving, CDL driving. So these are clues and kind of things I've learned moving forward in my career. You understand what I'm saying? I'm at the house right now. So listen. Hint number one, the money ain't everything. What I mean by the money ain't everything is the money ain't everything. The money ain't everything. You have to factor in several things. I'll give you some examples. I live in Dallas, Texas. I live in the heart of Dallas, Texas. You know what I'm saying? I live in Deep Ellum. You feel what I'm saying? So I step outside my balcony. See what I'm saying? That's Bella Scott White train station. Downtown. You feel me? It's kind of breezy. Let me get back in here. I did that to say this. I live in Deep Ellum, Texas, right? So all the truck stops, you know, got two pilots, you know, one on Bonnie View. If people from out here, South Dallas, you know, they ain't really where you want to get. Then they got the TA. They got another Flying J's in Lancaster, which is a few X's down from Bonnie View, right? They have a Love's further down, but I'm not with Love. We got our account of Pilot and Flying J's. So what you have to understand is, hey, sit down, sit. The dog be bugging every time I open the door. So what you have to understand is, if you have a job where you're responsible for parking the truck, I mean, they got some paid to park. You know what I'm saying? I would probably say Wilma. But if you have a job, first off, if you're in the city and you don't have that many truck parking or anything like that around you, you may want to look into that because it's going to be difficult. And I do car hauling, so the truck is longer than your van or your tanker. You understand what I'm saying? I think I'm at like 80 feet, whole thing. So even when I park, it stick out. So I need adequate amount of room to do my parking. You know what I'm saying? So I would say if you're kind of new to driving or you're in an area where you don't have that much parking, you're in a big city or you're in a city like that, you don't have that much adequate amount of parking, I would say make sure you try to go somewhere with a terminal, where they have a terminal where you at. So once you off, you don't have to worry about the equipment. You can park the equipment at the terminal. When you're not using it, boom, no harm, no foul. When you need to get in it, you can get back to it. You understand what I'm saying? So that's just a little tip. I won't say that money ain't everything. Make sure you have amenities, basically, when you're choosing your trucking company. So make sure that you have things, somewhere to park the truck. You know what I'm saying? You have a station, or they have something where you can designate parking and things like that. That's gonna make your life so much easier. Then, because you worry about when you get home, you can go park inside the gate versus, and them truck stops, I'm telling you, because it's not that many, they fill about 3 o'clock. 3 p.m. they filled up, even reserves is over for you. You know what I'm saying? So you be in the truck another hour trying to find somewhere to park. That takes a lot of, the tip I'm giving you to remove a lot of stress. So it's just something to think about, you know what I'm saying? But you do what you want to do. But make sure you got somewhere with some medical. A lot of places get free medical. Medical is high. So you have to factor all that in. If you don't have to pay for medical and they're giving you free medical, you know what I mean? You have to think, you understand what I'm saying? So just make sure that you're being able to pick the right situation for you. Just think. It's like choosing a relationship when you're mature. You don't pick just for looks. You pick for everything, even the future things that, we'll get into that later. But just wanted to drop some tips off for y'all. So it's not gonna be a long video. I'm gonna come back, man, with my thoughts on certain debts that's been happening in hip hop and give my little 2 cents. But until then, we out. It's a G thing.